is what he has right now. Can he pull it off, Dallas? Can he make this 1v3 happen?
Can now make a straight run over towards the A site.
But how many times does this clock switch? Because he just shifted back to watching it back towards A main, and now the clock turns again, and Daps turns. That's exactly. I suspected that's what's going to happen. Because when he turned and looked at A main, I'm like, he's going to have to look at A main for probably 10, 12 seconds. Yeah. And at that time, you're likely going to change your attention.
Yeah. And I thought he was full committed. I thought it was one of those things where he was like, if he's flanking, he's flanking. If he's not, well, I'm going to get shot in the back, but I'm watching this one angle. Right. And just that CS timing. You know, I'm sure all of our spectators in chat right now know about the CS timing, playing their own games.
Yeah, I mean, my rule of thumb is if I'm holding an angle with an op or anything, and I'm like, okay, it's time to look away, give it 5 more seconds.
5 more seconds.
Give it 5 more seconds. That saves most of your timing issues.
Yeah. All right, NRG now, after losing that round, are onto a little bit of a force buy here. Ethan not with any armor. He does have a smoke grenade in tow. The rest of them, armor, pistols. Let's see what they roll with.
Great nade coming in. Ethan just chunks that one. A little concussed. Molotov stops Daps, or does it. Screams right through it. Now going up towards the top of the red box. Excellent shot from him. Looking for the second kill as well. Okay. He's able to defend with 3 kills of his. Tarek now left alone. He's at the site. The bomb's been dropped, though, and as soon as the smoke fades behind him, he's got nowhere to hide, but it doesn't matter. Cello's there. On the front line of that one, Cello did incredibly well, but Horvey even more so. This is a target-rich environment, being able to switch from one to the next.
Yeah, I was really surprised that Daps made it as far as he did, actually, but the flash that caught him actually slowed him down, because what I saw Daps ending up doing in that position was getting on top of red box, maybe picking somebody off in the site, from, you know, just the sheer fact that they had no idea, and there he is. Daps just kind of stuck there the entire time, wasn't able to make a move, but if he had made a move, if he wasn't blind, if he was able to get on top of red, open up that site, it could have been a very different round, Dallas.
Could have been. Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
Coulda, shoulda, woulda.
And right now, INTZ is doing quite well with their CT side, but they've got one more hurdle to jump before they can have another easy road, because this is going to be a difficult one.
Yep.
They are themselves running double op, which is fine for your CT side. Right now, Yell's op is at the A site, and your secondary op of Showtime is over aggressive B and starting to fall back and get a little nervous in B main.
A little flash battle going on towards the B bomb site. Showtime gets flashed off, then a flash comes back in to give him an advantage so he can keep on peering in. A little bit of an aggressive smoke as well coming up from the CTs. That's going to keep the T side as bay and actually move them towards this middle area where we're seeing them starting to pressure as we near the minute mark on the round.
Yeah, they're trading utility over there. At some point, they're just going to give up, throw the kitchen sink at one another. It's the B site. I mean, with that utility thrown by NRG, Cello and Showtime are still defending that. But over towards the A site, Zand and company are actually pushed into A main. Horvey was with them, but is only there in support to put Zand in this locker's position.
Nice little smoke towards the A main, give the T's a little bit more pressure to deal with, but look at this push from Cello, making the call to his team that, hey, nobody's outside B, just leave somebody outside the B main on our side of it, just to kind of spot it, but everybody get ready for an A hit here. So this way, if they come out the vents, you have somebody ready to stop it. If they come back towards B, which doesn't even matter, as Ethan opens up A right now, it's going to be 2 CTs left to defend. What can Zan do? Able to pick up one, not traded out either, and here come the crossfires.
Ethan's having to turn 180 degrees. He'll be able to pick up one massive one while Tarek takes 2. It is only Cello left, and he was in that long flank position. He's unable to do anything with it. Now, that was interesting to me. I mean, they had the information pushing all the way through B main, getting all the way back there in a ambush strike and early warning systems. Basically, NORAD sitting out that far out of the B site, but still they pulled off of the A site, surprisingly so.
Yeah. I mean, at that point, you're just making a gamble stack call. You're just trying to, I guess, kind of figure out what the late round's going to be at that point, because we did pass the minute mark on the round. Fortunately, they guessed wrong, and fortunately for NRG, Tarek comes up huge, taking down those 2 players from towards the truck area, and actually opens up the site for them. There was a very nice crossfire between Forklift and Truck, cutting off that highway, holding that A main. Tarek, well, he puts that whole thing to sleep.
Yeah, just plugs up that hole. And it is down to INTZ's last breaths on their map pick.
Yep.
They have 9 rounds. They've done far better than they did in the last meeting with these 2 teams. But if you lose this map, you're heading into NRG's pick.
Yep.
So it's going to be a tough situation on train, nonetheless. So INTZ are buying the farm right now. They are buying whatever they can, and if they don't win these rounds, they essentially expire on the map of cash.
Does look like mid will be taken now. Ethan dropping a couple flashes out. Here comes the flashbangs. Ethan not making any contact initially. Remember, there's a player right there as Zan does fall. It does look like INTZ looking for a reboost towards the vent as Breeze is pushing on the edge of this smoke.
I think he senses something too. Cello gets a
hears
kill
this.
out of the vent, so he should absolutely
there you
know
go.
that Showtime is there. And INTZ are getting dismantled. Horvy's last man standing with the Desert Eagle. It'll be more or less the same thing in the next round as well. INTZ are going to be getting just one round of loss bonus, actually. So it's been a little bit back and forth in the second half compared to what it was in the first half. And that just hamstrings the economy a little bit more. But INTZ are going to have just what they had this round and a little less.
So NRG securing that 15th round, at least overtime here. Or, sorry, I do believe there is no overtime.
Should be.
Should be overtime, right? It's BO3. Yeah. Messed up on that one.
You think of another tournament.
Yeah, I'm thinking of another tournament. Sorry, another tournament. Nonetheless, NRG now onto their 15th round. INTZ, well, they're going to be looking for a force buy to even stay in this Dallas. I'm really not sure what they're going to come to the party with. Are they going to favor, just a heavy pistol, not really too much utility? Or are they going to get, P250s, try and get that utility in their pockets? It's going to be interesting to see what they decide to do. Here's Ethan with that tremendous kill on the middle area. Breeze now taking down Showtime in the B-bomb site, opening that up. Great T-side out of NRG.
Yeah, so I don't see too much of a chance here for INTZ on retake. I was going to explain that they've won 2 rounds so far of the 4 on their CT side that are retakes, but they've only just won those rounds. Now they don't even have a kit to try that, so they need to just flat out get kills right now. Horvy is your scouter on the map. He's in mid, popping off a couple shots casually through the walls, not even brave enough to poke out because they can't afford to lose one of the most powerful weapons they have on the field right now.
Just a very slow round out of the NRG side, and they realize that INTZ is on that force buy. They're going to have to make the play if they want to make something happen, so why not just hold the default? Why not wait out the round here and see what comes from it? As we do near the minute mark on the round, though, Ethan starting this off with a very nice pick towards Horby in the middle. Now Tarek taking down Cello on that B area. A second for Tarek. And finally, Showtime puts an end to it, but they know where at least one member is, so moving towards the A site is exactly what NRG is going to do.
Showtime's a man on the run to try and help Yell. He's got the Deagle, a little bit worried.
Great kill.
Fires off a couple shots and is unsuccessful. So now Showtime's been spotted in the Z connector as well. This is going to absolutely round out map 1 in favor of NRG, barring an absolute miracle from Showtime. I don't think that's going to happen as Breezy puts him out of his misery, as well as the rest of the team of INTZ will be heading into map 2 that is trained.
Breeze coming out with the 22 frags in his